I'm sure we've all heard the term seize the means of production, but what exactly does it look like, and what does it mean? In this example, we'll act as an employee at a non-chain cafe. For simplicity's sake, we'll be leaving out income and sales tax. The average barista wage in the US is $10 an hour. If you work full-time at $40 a week, by the end of the month you'll have $1,600. The average cost of rent in the US is $1,100. If you're making $10 an hour, at the end of the month you have only $500 to split between bills, insurance, transportation, food, and any other living expenses. Those living expenses add up fast, leaving most Americans with no opportunity to accrue any savings, to attend college, to do so much as to take time off for an injury, or just rest. If you make the national minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, you're even more fucked, making only $1,160 a month. Back to the cafe. It costs the company about 89 cents to make a 16-ounce latte. I say the company because it's your manager who is in charge of buying the raw materials, but the person who physically makes the drink is you. The average rent of a 1,000 square foot commercial space is $960 a month, or $32 a day. The latte costs the customer $4. You, your boss, and your 3 coworkers all work a single 8-hour day. If, between the 4 of you, you make 60 drinks an hour, a total of 480 drinks will be made that day. We take that number and make 2 separate equations. One is the number of drinks multiplied by the cost to make one, and the other is the same number of drinks multiplied by the price charged per drink minus the cost of rent for the day. With that, you get a total cost to produce as $427.20. and a net gain of $1,460.80. Now let's calculate the wages for the day. If all 4 baristas are making the same hourly rate, they would make $80 each, or $320 between them. This leaves the manager's pay at $1,140.80, or $142.60 an hour, more than all 4 employees' wages combined 3 times over. The manager in this case did little to no work in making the profit, yet they made a day's wage that dwarfs that of the employee. You make in a month what your boss makes in a day and a half. Seems a bit off, doesn't it? Let's instead take a look at the wages if we, to use another common term, redistribute the wealth amongst the employees. In this case, all of the production numbers are the same. Drinks still cost 89 cents to make, customers pay $4, etc. Except this time, there is no manager, and the managerial duties are split amongst the 4 employees, with maybe 1 leader for the day. Take the same profit of $1,460.80 and divvy it up 4 ways. Now each individual employee gets $360 a day, or about $46 an hour. If again you work 40 hours a week, you would be making $7,200 a month. If you're a manager, boss, store owner, or whatever watching this, you might be rolling your eyes and saying that this is an oversimplification of cost to net profit. And you'd be half correct. This example assumed that it was busy the entire day, which generally doesn't happen. But the principle is the same. If you make the profit should go to you and not the person who told you what to do. But managers make sure everything runs, that there's order. Managers do all the training, hiring, ordering, you might tout. These duties can be spread amongst the employees very easily, and if you've ever worked a job like this, you know that they end up falling on you anyway. This type of wealth distribution is possible, but your boss's bosses don't want that. They might say, "This is our policy, there's nothing I can do." Which is true. Generally, at most jobs, there's a hierarchy. There are store managers, district and regional managers, CEOs, etc. There's a chain of command. Wages have been set by a committee. But this can still be applied to larger companies. That is where organizations like unions come in. Granted, unions work a bit differently, but they are our best shot at making wealth redistribution a reality within larger corporations. There are other things that I would like to touch on, like how paying college is inherently classist and that landlords suck, but those are for different videos. Either way, I hope you have a good day.